I'm missing something. MIA exposes Jay-Z Kanye relationship. What in the world? The surprise witness, y'all. What is YouTube? How are y'all doing? Yeah. Check it out, man. Hey, man, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. I don't know too much about some MIA. Let's check it out.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing this fine Saturday? Y'all got me working on a Saturday because guess what? I have some breaking news. It's breaking news. The artist known as MIA is exposing Kanye West and Jay-Z's relationship. Okay, let me stop myself. It's actually not breaking news. That's not breaking news. That's not breaking news at all. In fact, this news has been around since last summer, July 2024. So why am I talking about it today? Why'd I wake up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday to tell you all about it? Well, ever since this whole Blake Lively lawsuit, the whole astroturfing of it all, I've really been able to see a little more behind the scenes as far as to how all of these PR companies do work or whatever, at least a little bit. I mean, obviously, I'll never know how they fully work. There was also an incident last year, December 2024, the very end of last year, just 4 months ago or so, where tabloid websites, which were like, blogs. I don't even know what these websites are, but they kind of look like news, started to report a lie about me, a lie in headlines about me. And from the way that it looked to me at the time, it appeared that it was somebody, I don't know who, trying to maybe spin the narrative in a certain way. It was that whole celebrity B is J-Lo allegation. And it was like Alex Spiro had definitely mentioned J-Lo in his press conference, and J-Lo had been mentioned in the lawsuit about changing her clothes and stuff. But these headlines, even so much as far as Nancy Grace were reporting that I dragged J-Lo into this Jay-Z lawsuit. It just wasn't true. There were many people before me who were talking about J-Lo being celebrity B, and I never said celebrity B is J-Lo. That was just so ever since that whole debacle, I have been paying particular attention whenever I see a bunch of headlines that look exactly the same. And that's what's going on with this MIA exposes Kanye and Jay-Z's relationship. So the other day, I'm minding my own business on the internet, definitely minding my own business at this point, and I saw these headlines about MIA and Kanye West and Jay-Z. And I thought to myself, let me just see what's going on. What did MIA say? So when I read all these articles, I saw a similar theme. So I'll just give you a sampling here. Here's the Hot 97 one. Quote, MIA recently reflected on the powerful impact Kanye West had on Jay-Z's success, stating that Kanye's creativity played a significant role in Jay-Z's rise to fame. During her appearance on the PBD podcast, MIA discussed the dynamic between the two rappers and her own experiences with them. Okay, so when's this from? 3 days ago. This is published on March 26th. So then you have Hot New Hip Hop saying, quote, MIA says that Jay-Z could never have become as successful as he has without the help of Kanye West. She reflected on her relationship with both of them and the evolution of their careers during a, quote, recent appearance on the PBD podcast. Again, y'all, this was the greater part of a year ago. The greater part of a year ago. This was July. Right now we're sitting in here March 2025. This was July 2024. Let's look at another one. This is Vibe. But MIA recently credited the artist formerly known as Kanye West for being a key part of the Brooklyn rapper that would be Jay-Z's success. Recently, this is 8-9 months ago. Here's another article from The Source, quote, oh boy, here we go. British Sri Lankan rapper MIA has offered fresh insight into the influential partnership. Fresh insight. Is fresh? Anything 10 months old is fresh? Y'all know anything that can be fresh at 10 months old? Other than maybe a human or something? Definitely not news. And then when I actually went to look at the clip itself, that this was actually clipped out on the PBD podcast. So you know how sometimes YouTubers will make a full video and then there'll be little clips, shorter videos. This is a clip and it's from December. It was published originally in July last summer. Why? Why is it all of a sudden 3 days ago, it's all of these articles, all these articles. I mean, there's a few theories. I could get into some theories, like maybe Kanye West or someone sympathetic to Kanye West could be trying to emphasize this. In the clip, if you actually watch it, it does appear like PBD is asking MIA about how powerful Jay-Z is. But then MIA is kind of like, yeah, but Jay-Z kind of wouldn't really be who Jay-Z is today without the creativity of Kanye West. It kind of, there's a lot going on with Kanye West right now. He's been in the headlines a lot lately. I mean, another thing that happened with Kanye West recently, and I do have 2 screenshots, I can put them up here, but it's like Dr. Phil made a comment about the foster care system coming to pick up Kanye's kids if Kim don't do something about it. And it's like headline after headline after headline after headline after headline after headline. And it's like some stuff really is just viral and it gets news stories, but some stuff is absolutely manufactured to make headlines. And I think right now we are looking at something manufactured to appear like it was a recent statement whenever it was almost a year ago the statements were made. Could be someone sympathetic to Kanye, but it could also be someone not sympathetic to Kanye who's trying to loop in Jay-Z with Kanye. It could also possibly, I mean, I don't know, these are just theories. Like, why would this be put out there? Like, maybe they rolled some dice. Maybe somebody rolled the dice and said, oh, we got to say this was a recent comment by MIA. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they asked the ChatGPT. I don't know what they did. Another theory could be that Jay-Z and or Jay-Z's team and or someone sympathetic to Jay-Z could be trying to hurt MIA's credibility. Since right now, Kanye is public enemy number 1. I mean, people are mad at Kanye West right now. Could be that someone's trying to take down MIA. Could be to promo the podcast. There's just a few theories. I have no idea. I'm curious. I'm confused, which is why I'm making this video. Why is this obvious Media Matters campaign going on? It's just an exercise to point out how to look at the different headlines and articles that are published and actually think about the articles and actually think about the fact that none of this stuff gets published just by an accident. This stuff does not go through all of this to get published by an accident. And it's being published on sites that appear to be new. I do want to pull up those 2 Kanye West. I'll just pull them up on the web. Because when you look at it like this, it just starts to, I don't know, maybe y'all aren't bothered by it. Maybe it doesn't really do anything for you. But for me, it kind of like hits on my suspicion bone, if you know what I mean. Like, here's the Dr. Phil headlines, just 2 screenshots. Why Dr. Phil thinks Kim and Kanye's kids could wind up in foster care. Dr. Phil says Kim Kardashian's kids could wind up in foster care. Dr. Phil issues a bold warning about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West co-parenting woes. Warns Kim and Kanye kids could land in foster care. Like, pretty much exactly the same title. This one says why Dr. Phil thinks Kim Kardashian and Kanye West kids could wind up in foster care. And then this one says Dr. Phil says Kim Kardashian's kids could wind up in foster care amid erratic behavior, could wind up in foster care. I mean, that is a quote, so that would make sense. Like, they could just quote Dr. Phil wind up in foster care. But look at all these titles. I mean, we're talking about, what is Live India TV? Why is India Hindustan Times? Like, why are they so interested in the Kardashians right now all of a sudden? It's because they went to that wedding? I mean, I really don't know. I do want to pull that clip up though and just watch a little bit of it with y'all, because it's also just kind of a little misleading how they are talking about the clip itself. Not only is it like misleading because it really wasn't that recent. Even the clip was 3 months ago. I mean, is that really recent in the grand scheme of like celebrity podcast appearances and celebrity news? No. I mean, 3 months ago is whenever Blake Lively first sued Justin Baldoni. Okay, so this is like eons ago in celebrity culture. And it's like, first of all, it's misleading to say that this was recent. But okay, fine. Even if it's not, it just kind of was like a misleading mischaracterization of what was actually even said in the podcast. Because like I said, it almost seemed more like MIA was being like sympathetic to Kanye and kind of trying to take up for him. But the way that these articles put it makes it unclear, like what they're exactly even trying to like imply.
How powerful was Jay-Z when you were doing business with him? Was he already a power player where if he wanted to ruin someone's life or make somebody a star, he could do it?
So PBD is asking, how powerful was Jay-Z? Was he as powerful then as he is now?
Yeah, I think me and Rihanna came out the same year. So he definitely did that,
Oh.
But Jay-Z was...
I know who MIA
I'd like to talk
now.
about Kanye more because I think he was very important to the rise of Jay-Z, And
so even there, it's kind of not exactly clear if she's saying, I want to talk about Kanye more because maybe he was more powerful, or I want to talk about Kanye more because he and Jay-Z were a team. I want to talk about Kanye more because he's the reason Jay-Z is powerful. I don't exactly know why she's bringing it up, but it almost to me feels like maybe she was trying to give Kanye West a little credit, and you'll see why I think that in a moment, or maybe you will.
He made that all. He added the creativity to that whole thing, you know, and I think they don't give him enough respect and dues. But yes, Jay-Z was more of a businessman.
You interacted with both of them, right? You had, you know.
Yeah, Kanye was always the artistic one,
creative side.
Yeah, he's the creative one, and I connected with that. And Jay-Z obviously had the clout and the reputation, but I saw that they both represented two different dynamics.
So I guess just re-watching this clip again, even just after I've made my commentary, said what I said, it's unclear to me what she's even saying. She's saying that Jay-Z and Kanye are different. And actually, PBD does sort of call MIA out in this interview at a different point and says, you know, I feel like you're holding back. I feel like usually you're the person who's just going at it and saying what needs to be said. And I feel like you're holding back. And she's like, yeah, I mean, I've changed a lot over the last 15 years since I had a kid. I'm not really like the same that I was before. I'm still a truth teller or whatever, but it even seems here like, what is she exactly saying? It doesn't exactly, and look, good for her, good on her. I understand that, you know, you got to be careful how you say things when you're coming after these people, because she has personal relations with these people. This isn't just like me sitting in my house talking about public figures. I mean, this is, MIA was signed with Jay-Z, I do believe. And so she's talking about Jay-Z being more business minded and Kanye being more of the creative side, and how Jay-Z and Kanye were so different, but she's really not saying anything bad about either one of them. She's really not saying anything good about either one of them. The only thing that's kind of like that is that she says that Kanye doesn't get enough respect for the creative input that he did actually contribute. But like, I guess I'm just watching this clip and thinking, why did it go, why did this clip go so viral, quote, quote, viral? I mean, obviously it's not that viral. It only has 32,000 views. So why all these headlines? It's just a question. It's just a question. Because it's not like the Lord hands down tablets on top of Mount Ararat for people to put a headline in the news. We now know from the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni lawsuit a little bit of insight into how this stuff gets put in. I mean, just yesterday I was watching a Candace Owens video, and she's tracked down a whole entire network of people up to the top of the line that were trying to do a hit piece on her and calling it a clean shot. So it's like, I do believe 2025 is just the year. I've been saying this since the first day of the year. By the end of this year, we're going to all have a collective general public is going to know they can't fully take at face value any and everything they read in a tabloid, which should have obviously already been the case. But the issue is that a lot of these tabloids are posing as news, including 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦, in my opinion.
The world wasn't
privy to yet.
Yes, but I already knew that back then. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's happening. Again, it's the same thing, you know, everything.
Could you fast forward then, knowing now Jay's got the kind of clout that he has, and Kanye is being criticized and he's lost a lot of wealth the last few years? Could you have predicted this?
Well, I think the interesting thing was they made that record, Watch the Throne.
This is a very interesting analysis that she does about the Watch the Throne record. She's like, what's the throne? In 2011, Jay-Z and Kanye did this Watch the Throne album. And she says, even at that time, they were really competing for the throne. And she's like, what throne, though? Is it God's throne? Is it the devil's throne?
One person was going to get the throne, you know. And that was already set, like they were fighting for that throne. Or one of them was talking about the throne of God, you know. Oh, well, you didn't know what kind of throne it was, whether it was the throne of Satan or the throne of God or whatever, you know, or whether they were two kings duking it out over this throne. I think that was a very, you know, that was the moment that kind of thing happened. And if you look at politically, the Jay-Z supported Obama and Kanye supported Trump. And so they were sort of vying for this. You know, that was also quite a telling thing. And
so after I watched that clip again, I am actually more confused than when I started making this video, because it's like,
that's what I was going to say.
Of all the things that could go viral, of all the things that need and deserve to have all these headlines, what even was the point of all the headlines? I mean, I gave y'all a few theories as to what it could be. I truly don't know what it is. I'm just sick and tired of being like constantly having to be on guard about being manipulated by the media and by the news. No hate to PBD. I don't think that he actually probably had anything to do with this. I mean, he just interviews people. He's a podcaster, but like, what about all those other headlines? And why are they saying that it's recent? This was from freaking last summer, July 2024. And who knows even when it was recorded? It could have been recorded but even before that, but it actually came out in July. And all these tabloids and all these newspapers and all these online periodicals are like, it's new, recent, fresh. No, it isn't. What's going on out here? Sick of it. That's all I really had for today. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation. Neither are opinions, girl. Love you, mean it, bye.
Most definitely, man. I'm trying to understand the point, man. And it's like, this is the point of the daggone video, that it ain't no point. Man, dude, I could have been upstairs in my bed, man. Hey, did y'all hear the latest on Kanye? Send me a link on the latest of Kanye, man. He don't talk, he hunts. I smell fear like blood. Who is this? 50 Cent admits fear of 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦. I don't even know who that is. Anyway, man, I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. I ain't got nothing to say, man. I don't know what the hell that was about. Y'all take it light. Y'all let me know in the comments. Take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.